You guys got it. I am really impressed. Oh, the only other impression I do is one of a parent that has just died. Yes, you got that one too. Grade me on the curve tonight. I come from Lake Forest High School, and trust me, that's Improv High. I spent 4 years there at Improv High, and I did not know that at the time. But got to think about Lake Forest, and hopefully it cut me a little slack tonight. Got to think about Lake in different classes that I took through the years. I took algebra 1 year, and also took it that summer. Yeah, I still don't know what x plus y equals. I know I don't care. I took that away. Probably the one where I learned the most from was my 6th grade English class. A little lady about 4'8", and she was tough. I'm sitting there one day, gazing out the window, half asleep, and all of a sudden I hear the words, "Norman, quick, give me 2 pronouns." I go, "Who, me?" Wow. All right. That got me out of grade school, actually. It got me into high school at Lake Forest, where one of my classes was French. I had 2 years of high school French. And in 2 years, I can actually say 2 sentences. One of them is, "Il y a déjà de midi," which means, "Is it lunchtime yet?" Well, I guess they figured I wouldn't be smart enough to look at the clock or figure out that I'd had breakfast and now I was hungry again. That's the one thing I can say. And the other thing, if I woke up to a mademoiselle in France and I say this particular sentence, it's one me and my buddies put together on our own time. One of 2 things will happen. I'll either get slapped so hard I'll need dental work, or I'll have one hell of a story when I get home. And my favorite class that they ever gave at Lake Forest was typing, because apparently there was a rule against having more study halls than you had classes. So I had to get another class, and I walked by the typing class one day. There was 30 desks in there, 29 girls and 1 empty desk. So I did the algebra thing. I said, wait a minute, x equals 29, and y equals me. And that was, without a doubt, the best class I ever had at Lake. To this day, I can't sit down at a keyboard without getting aroused. That's probably too much information, isn't it? Got out of high school, and within 2 weeks, this is honest to goodness truth, I had a tryout with the Baltimore Orioles. And the coach got done when the tryout was over, and he came up, and then he handed me this piece of paper. I said, "What's that?" He said, "That's an application for the post office." So I played for the post office for over 30 years. That worked out pretty well. Along the way, I got married, and we're happily married 25 years tonight. She's here tonight. Yes, I know. And that's 25 years to the same woman and consecutive years, for those of you who keep score at home. And that is good news. The bad news, we've been married 35 years, but she still perseveres. So we're celebrating our 35th wedding anniversary just recently. And we've each got our glass of wine, and she holds her glass of wine up, and she says, "I couldn't have done this for 35 years without you." I thought, wow, that is really sweet. I said, "Thank you." She said, "I'm talking to the wine." Oh, I get it now. Which might explain the nickname she gave me recently. She started calling me thermostat about 2 weeks ago, and after about a week I figured it out. She's been turning me down every night. So, now I know. And guys, you know something, you know what's not right. Women have got all the chips. If they want something, what do? They just withhold sex. That's their answer to everything, to get whatever they want. Guys can't withhold sex. That's what we want. We're not going to give that up. You take a woman with a headache and says, "No sex." You take a guy with a headache, sex is still on the table. It's on the washing machine. It's in the floor. We are good to go. That does not slow us down. If you guys, you want to speed things up a little bit in your life, and you're thinking you might need a mistress in your life, I'll tell you the difference between a mistress and a wife. You're making love to that mistress. She's like, "Oh my, you're the best. You're the greatest ever. I love you." You're making love to the wife, and it's like, "You know, we ought to paint the ceiling eggshell." She likes that one. We've got a couple of ceilings painted eggshell, actually. Works out pretty well. Let me see. I got my notes here. Hold on. Now let's see. Okay. Like I said, the memory's the second thing to go. I do not remember what's first. Oh, for guys, if you want to tell whether your wife loves you more than your dog, just lock them both up in the trunk of the car for an hour and come back and see who's happy to see you. Yeah, that works every time. Are there any Jehovah's Witnesses here tonight? Now, usually Amish and Jehovah's Witnesses stay away. I figured out a way to shut the Jehovah Witnesses up about 2 weeks ago. Had 2 of them show up at the house, and they're just open the door, and man, they're just all over you. I said, you know what? Come on in. We sat down at the kitchen table, and all of a sudden, silence. I said, well, what did you want to talk about? And they said, well, we've never got this far before. It worked for me. I think that's about everything I've got. We've got a nice guy coming up here in a minute, and he's going to roll with the punches. Oh, they did ask me earlier, said I've lived in Harrington all my life. I said, well, not yet. But so far, so good. Congratulations to our cool 101.3 winners tonight for being here. I appreciate that. And it's a real treat for me to be on stage tonight with these clever, quick, fast comedians, because I stand before you a humble, half-assed comedian. What? There's somebody that knows me. Oh my God, the bill collectors are out. All right, first up, tonight, he's a regular at the Tropicana in Atlantic City. He's also played the Riviera in Las Vegas. I think that's in Nevada, near the houses. And he said he played those too, but that was on his own time. Al Kraz, come on, buddy. Al Kraz, how are you, sir?
Thanks, Norm. Give it up for Norm. Come on, let him hear it. Yes. He was a geography major. He knew Vegas was in Nevada. Come on. Give it up for Norm. One more time. Free t-shirts. What else do you want? Come on. Nice. Nice to be here, folks. I'm a terrible gambler, though. I was playing the penny slot machines, and by mistake, I hit the